It seems like the meme-inspired cryptocurrency Dogecoin can't stay out of the news, even as the reverberations from the broader crypto market are glaring. After an unprecedented rise to $56,000, Bitcoin has reversed some of its yearly gains, while the euphoria from Doge Day appears to be tapering off. On Friday, Bitcoin fell by almost 4%, and the currency now trades below $50,000 and has dropped by 23% from its all-time high. It's important to remember that Bitcoin hit its all-time high just 9 days ago on April 14th, when it was trading at $63,537. The trends in broader crypto markets were mostly positive, while this appears to be reversing. It's not clear why, but while this all is still happening, developments in U.S. financial markets are more positive, due to recent economic data that beats analysts' expectations. Part of the reason why cryptocurrencies such as Dogecoin have done particularly well in the last months is because of the uncertainty that's wrapped the financial sector and the real economy. To put this into context, we need to look at numbers such as GDP growth and unemployment. When people are generally positive about the economic outlook or finances, the economy tends to perform well, and stock market optimism usually causes the stock market to rise. On Friday, the S&P 500 closed within striking distance of a new record on strong economic data and quarterly earning reports. Companies across the world, such as Roche, reported favorable earnings, even as the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 227.59 points, or 0.7%, to 34,043.49. The S&P managed to advance by 45.19 points, or 1.1%, to 4,180.17. The Nasdaq Composite rose 198.40 points, or 1.4%, to 14,016.81. Technology stocks and bank stocks outperformed other sectors of the S&P, and the small-cap Russell 2000 gained 1.8%. Meanwhile, the reverse happened to cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin saw its price on Friday fall significantly by 2.56% to $49,791, which suggests that its price fell by $1,310. The reason we emphasize Bitcoin is because of its relative importance to the crypto markets and financial markets in general. There's no noticeable trend just yet between Bitcoin and developments in capital markets, but the broader crypto market sentiment may be linked to developments in the currency. In order to find out what's going on, we decided to take a look at price developments in broader cryptocurrency markets. If you look at the screen here, you can see that Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano were all corrected on Friday. First of all, this has implications for Doge because we cannot explicitly tie its price to specific characteristics in the cryptocurrency if other cryptos are having a rough time. It's now clear that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano all fell by 2.8%, 4.54%, and 2.29% respectively, so perhaps there's a more bearish sentiment in crypto markets at present. But the difference between Doge and other cryptocurrencies is that it's fairly affordable, and the negative inflation that characterizes the currency can equally be attributed to too high supply. It's likely that as the supply of Doge dries up, the currency will see its price equally recover. But the creators are wary of creating another Bitcoin or Litecoin. Is the broader bearish sentiment reflected in Doge, and when will Doge get to $3? These are the questions we'll be answering in this video. If you look at this chart, you can notice that the price of Doge went down pretty quickly after a euphoric rise to 40 cents in early trading during the week. However, some had expected a correction in the cryptocurrency, even as there is reason to believe that this will be short-lived. Let's not forget that every financial asset goes through ups and downs, driven by a mix of market sentiment, demand, and relative performance of other assets. I find it hard to believe that the current downtrend will persist any longer than a few sessions. Also, let's not forget that there's a strong buy signal attached to lower-priced assets. The first reason why the currency is set to rise towards $1 and $3 is due to its current low levels. I'm no financial advisor, but now is probably the best time to get into the market for Doge and grab some coins in order to benefit from the price upswing. Let's take a look at another chart. Doge will hit $1 and $3. However, that will stay dependent upon requests and the stockpile of Doge. On the off chance that you take a gander at the outline, it's clear that Doge is presently encountering a downtrend. However, the degree of the downtrend will rely upon when purchasers come in. If you look at the graph from 19, you can really see that an extended amendment is typically trailed by a more drawn-out recuperation, driven by a blend of components that are not clear in the outline. The retracement, driven by a more bearish market estimation, is similarly suggestive of the more extensive pattern in crypto markets. By purchasing the profound pullbacks, there's positively an incentive for cash in the recuperation, which is the thing that will initially drive the recuperation. Moreover, the help of the triangle should be penetrated in order for you to see a huge upturn. When this occurs, everything turns into an issue of when the money will get to $1 and afterward $3. Sam Onigbanjo from Capital Markets Academy told the UK's Express paper that Dogecoin is in an upswing driven by enormous name supports and affirmation at huge associations. I believe he's alluding to the more drawn-out term patterns, where Elon and others have locked onto. The cost increment will be continuous, however, and almost certainly costs will initially ascend to 50 cents and afterwards to $1 a while later. We agree it's altogether conceivable that there's another steady rise in the cost of the money, and we've really outlined something here that looks pretty intriguing. It's a value conjecture for Doge. If you look at this chart, you can see that some tips are forecasted in Doge. The reason for this is that the broader market dynamics are going to be impacted by short-term dynamics and the rate of uptake across society. Firstly, the emergence of digital forms of payments and centralized clearing will equally make it easy for consumers across any jurisdiction to adopt Dogecoin. Other factors will determine how soon Dogecoin gets to $1 by the end of 2021 and $3 thereafter. These factors are related to the nature of the currency and the implications for its price. So let's take a look at these. What's the number of Dogecoins out there? There are more than 129 billion Dogecoins accessible for use right now, with no limit on how much of the currency can be supplied to users, and the absence of a supply cap actually keeps the currency low. In the absence of a supply adjustment, Doge will seesaw around 45 cents before eventually hitting $1. Will the Dogecoin price ever go up to levels above $1? There is the potential for Doge to rise on the off chance that it keeps being embraced by more users and retailers. Be that as it may, digital forms of money are powerless against surprising and intense value stuns, so you ought to be ready for the chance of a sharp drop in Dogecoin's value. Would Doge be able to hit $1 in 2021? There is potential for the price of Doge to rise if it's embraced by customers and retailers across the world. The use of digital currencies and altcoins is rising, which suggests further upside for Dogecoin to $1 by year-end and $3 thereafter. But is Dogecoin wise speculation? Well, as Doge is particularly volatile and new to some, it's important to use your resources to inform yourself about the currency first. Of course, we're not licensed investment professionals, but we're here to give you the tools to be able to make informed decisions. Also, some of you might have pretty good portfolios, and you're looking for ways to diversify, stave off inflation or lack thereof, so it's pretty safe to invest in a cryptocurrency that can boost returns over the long run without changing the composition of your returns precipitously. More organizations have now started accepting, or perhaps we should use tolerating, Dogecoin as a medium of exchange. Amazon, which has up to this point avoided utilizing cryptocurrencies and altcoins, is feeling the squeeze to reconsider its position. Petitions posted on change.org are trying to get Amazon to acknowledge Dogecoin for payments. One request so far has in excess of 162,600 signages. As more and more companies begin accepting Doge, it'll become widely used and accepted across the broader financial market and the economy. This is just an example of how a strong community can actually drive market acceptance, or at the very least, acknowledgement for a currency. Although Doge is currently experiencing a downtrend, there's definitely a reason to expect the currency will do well. It's pretty courageous to forecast cryptocurrency, as they're subject to wild swings and changes in the market sentiment. However, the broader market will recover, and Dogecoin will equally see its price hit the $1 mark. This is going to be great news for crypto traders who bought the dip, as they'll be sitting on a gold mine. I'm no investment advisor, and all I can do is give evidence and views on how I currently gauge the market. With that said, I still think there is sufficient room for Doge to hit $1 by year-end and then breach the $3 mark pretty soon. If you've made it to the end of this video, we thank you very much. Please consider subscribing to the channel, turning on post notifications, and if you like the video, hit the like button and maybe share it with a friend. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section down below, and be sure to check out some of our previous videos as well. Good luck and happy investing.
Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes. Hollywood perfect.